We've done this, we've been doing this for years. 77 years of, occupation, brutal occupation, so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hassam Shabbat, remember Hassam Shabbat.
Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup.
This is Ashley with Status Coup.
On the ground.
In Philadelphia.
Flint, Michigan. East Palestine, Ohio. Please support the leading independent news outlet on the ground.
Covering what the corporate media covers up.
I want to stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide.
We've been on a 40-day fast for Gaza. It's called Vets and Allies Fast for Gaza, organized by the Veterans for Peace and the Friends of Sabeel, North America, and others. Our demands with our fast are for the U.S. to put an arms embargo on Israel and to get the food aid into the people of Gaza right away. We're trying to highlight the fact that people are starving and there's a genocide occurring in Gaza, Palestine. And this is what we've been up to, and we post every day, and we contact our government officials every day to no avail, but we're going to continue. And today we will do an action to drive home our demands.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Repeat after me!
Palestinians are being killed!
Palestinians are being killed!
For the crime of being hungry!
For the crime of being hungry!
When the U.S. government funds a genocide!
When the U.S. government funds a genocide!
Withhold your dollars!
Withhold your dollars!
Withhold your labor!
Withhold your labor!
Withhold your self!
Withhold yourself!
From fueling this machine of war!
From fueling this machine of war!
The officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional on the charge of disorderly conduct.
End of a
If you do not
40-day
cooperate
fast
and accompany the
by
arresting
Veterans
officer
for
to the
Peace
prisoner transport
and
vehicle,
all
or
the
if you
allies.
resist arrest, you may be charged
People
with
have been
additional crimes.
fasting on 250 calories a day because that is the average amount of food that people in Gaza have been receiving. So we are ending the fast, but we're not ending the struggle. We are reading the names of the thousands and thousands of children who have been massacred by Israel. As a Jew, I have to stand up and speak because this is not part of our religion. We have to stop the genocide.
If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes.
Well, I'm a registered nurse, and it's my job to fight for people and help them. That's my goal in life and what I've dedicated my life to. And when I hear that my hard-earned tax dollars used to save Americans at the worst part of their life is being used to bomb and kill other people in other countries instead of help people here in the United States, help work on our horrific healthcare system that has millions of problems. Instead, we're sending that money over to Israel so they can harm other people, Palestinians, kick them out of their homes, build, walls, occupy them, and just make their life unbearable. It's just disgusting to me, and I'm doing everything I can to, fight back, fight for the people, so that everybody can have, a life worth living, so that people, have food, have water, have health care. It's a scary world that we're living in, and I just hope, that people will stand up before it's too late, because Gaza, now they're mixing oxycodone into the flour, 80 milligrams. As a nurse, we give 5 to 10, so that's definitely a lethal dose, especially for a child or an infant. So there's no milk. People don't produce enough milk to feed their children. Children are dying. We're all complicit, and it's a horrible thing that's happening. People need to be aware. People need to be active. They need to write to their government officials. I live in Ohio, and Ohio alone gives $262 million to Israel every year, instead of, funding our own state. So I'm here from Ohio, representative of, Palestinian advocacy, socialism and liberation, to help all live a better life, and that's why I'm here. So free Palestine, free Gaza, free everyone. Sudan, Congo, there's many crises. We have enough to go around. Look at all this wealth surrounding us. And if it can happen in Gaza, it can happen here, it can happen anywhere.
Support this critically important on-the-ground reporting as a Status Coup member and get great perks. Become a member right here.
They want us to just stand on the street. Well, no one's doing anything. We've done this. We've been doing this for years. 77 years of, occupation, brutal occupation, so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hassam Shabbat. Remember Hassam Shabbat.
What's your message to other veterans?
To other veterans, stop serving and get out here and raise your voice. Now is the time. Now is the time. They're bringing that shit home. Bring it. Stand up. Free our voice. Free our brothers and sisters and siblings and children in Palestine. Free our brothers and sisters here at home. Fuck ICE and fuck Israel and the U.S. war machine and the axis of evil that we've been hijacked by. If you're a veteran and you're in the armed forces, stop serving. If you're the police, start serving the people. Stop serving the rich. Free Palestine.
Gaza! 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 Gaza!
Veterans for Peace organized a fast in solidarity with the people of Gaza, who are being deprived of food, of water, of medicine, of sleep, of everything they need to live. It is a genocide, and these people have been fasting for 40 days, and today they broke their fast with the knowledge that they chose to fast, but the people of Gaza did not choose such things. So we're here today to support these people, but more importantly, the people of Palestine, who are suffering beyond measure, beyond human knowledge, really. And all we can do is shout now and block traffic, and nobody is listening. People are absolutely blind to what's going on in Palestine, and it didn't just start 2 years ago. We know that. It started a long time ago, and Palestine will be free.
Bill Tottenham, Marine Corps veteran, member of Veterans for Peace. When we dreamt up this idea, we didn't know what we were getting into. We didn't know that over 800 people nationally and internationally would join us, that we would be surrounded by some of the best people, the biggest hearted, most compassionate and passionate people. Look around you, you're looking at them, that are for pro-Palestine, for Palestinian, and that is the good. It has been the honor of my lifetime to serve peace alongside of each of you. That's the good news. The bad news is we've been here for 40 days and conditions have worsened. Our leaders, our U.S. ambassador have ignored us. And so we have more work to do. We have to escalate. We have to hit the pavement. We can't go back to business as usual. We must hit the offices. We must disrupt, agitate, and make our voices heard.
I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army in the American War in Vietnam. I experienced, I was a 19-year-old kid that didn't know shit when I went there. What I saw was, instead of an enemy, I saw innocent rice farmers living in grass huts and I couldn't understand why the heck I was supposed to hate these people. I've come to understand that all human life is worthwhile. All human life deserves respect. When I hear about people suffering because of oppression over greed, the greed, money grab, power grab, it just pisses me off because I've seen too much of it already.
When I first went into service, I knew I had no politics. I didn't know anything about what was going on in the world. I didn't pay any attention to anything. I learned from when I was over there. I saw the outrageous stuff we were doing. It changed me. I spent the rest of my life, but the next 5 years, a week didn't go by when we didn't do some kind of a demonstration, trying to end and make up for what we did, you know. And I was very horrified at the time, and I always had a problem sleeping. Now the problem's back with Gaza. I always have problems sleeping, and but I came here when I heard about the fast. It's like, what a wonderful idea. And so they're not going to care that we're fasting, but people, it will spread, and people will begin to work together to do something, I hope. You know, that's what the hope is.
We've come from our U.S. mission, That's where we've been for 40 days. I came because I'm supporting the Veterans for Peace. I am an associate member of Veterans for Peace, many decades. They're my heroes, and they've done this 40-day fast, which I think we are devastated at what's been going on the past 2 years in Gaza. We are heartbroken. We want to do more and more. So this is the end of the 40-day fast. I tried to do several days, and I had to go to work. I was getting extremely weak. I couldn't keep up with the fast. But I'm just here in support. We don't hate anybody. We don't want anyone to be killed. We believe in Israel. I believe in Israel's right to exist. I just don't believe in genocide. I don't believe in apartheid. I don't believe in occupation. I believe that we can all live together and that we all must live together. So that's our aim, putting out a lot of love and care here today. And so we've walked from the U.S. mission to the Israeli mission for a very specific reason. We are both complicit in this horror. Yeah, so that's my reason.
Can I you have a question?
Yeah.
I just want to ask, what would your message be to other veterans or other people serving who might be getting ready for war, to go to war with Iran or to assist Israel? What would your message be to other people serving?
I know there are many reasons you're in the military, and I know most of you are good people and you believe you're supporting freedom, democracy, and justice, but really, please, let's look at what we're doing. The American people do not want slaughter on their hands. You are part of that, so in any way, please push back, try to stop it in your little way, kink up communications if you can, do conscientious objection if you can. Remember that beautiful soul that emulated himself in front of the Israeli embassy. These are my heroes. Veterans for Peace are my heroes. They've seen more, so really listen to them, read them, hear what they're saying. We're with you. We understand. We know there's a lot of economic pressures on you, and that's why many people go into the military today. But there are many other jobs we need to be focusing on to help this planet survive. So please join us. We got this. You don't want to be serving a genocide war. You don't want to be serving an empire. That's the founding of our country, was to go against empires, right? Against injustice and tyranny. So please help us with that. God bless you. Any way you can.
I would just ask one final question, to kind of underscore.
One final question. No.
One final question.
I don't believe her at all. Sorry.
Hopefully one. We'll see. I guess I would just ask, so the Veterans for Peace, they have undergone a 40-day long fast. They're fasting on 250 calories a day. Someone else told us that 250 calories is to kind of emulate the amount of food that people in Gaza are actually eating. Can you kind of underscore the importance of that? Because, we do use hunger strikes and stuff like that just as a method of protest, but this is pointed and it has another purpose to, again, kind of underscore that, as you said, you try had to do this for a few days, you were unable to continue working. I guess I would ask if there's anything that you would want to add to that. If you were unable to continue working, how was the people of Gaza feeling since they have been on a diet of 250 calories a day for God knows how long?
You said it perfectly. I don't have to really add much to it, except we were very conscious that we were very fortunate that we could get good ingredients for our 250 calories. We had all the fresh water in the world. We don't at all equate ourselves with the Palestinians. They had bad water. They had very lousy food that they had access to. And they had to go without 250 calories. And when we got sick or weak, we could walk next door and get something. That's what happened to me. I had to get off and go back to work. So how fortunate is that? Just knowing that is a great ease. And we don't have drones above our heads worrying about our children getting blown to pieces. So the stress of that and the amount of pollution that we are exposing them all to, it's just, and I don't, you know, our Ambassador Shea of the U.S. said she felt threatened by us on the corner. I mean, we're not going to be physically threatening anybody, but maybe she should feel for a moment what it feels like for a Palestinian, the threats that they feel at every moment. So no, I don't pretend to be, you know, like a Palestinian that's suffering. They are courageous, brave, tremendous souls. My hat goes off to them. I send our love to them, and it's not enough. What we're doing here, it's not enough, and we're going to continue until we do the right thing.